All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is September 19th, 2025. My name is John Carignan. I am the lead instructor here at the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody out there, Podcast Land, Digital Land, Cyberland. Thank you to all my paying subscribers. I don't take it for granted, all right? I appreciate it. I try to provide actionable, profitable content every single day. So how did I make $19K today with a $90K account? By the way, markets, they're still bullish. I got to tell you, we're in the reversal zone for T2101. Something's going to change, I think, soon. All right, got some announcements to make. First announcement is Road to Wealth Workshop for Rick Sadler, Tuesday, September 23rd. 2025. Be there 8:30. All right, it says 8:45. Be there 8:30. It's got videos to show you, lots of information, lots of learning. Okay, you want to attend? It's free. Scan this with your smartphone. This QR code. All right, there'll be a pop-up on your smartphone. Click the pop-up. That'll open up a web browser. Web browser is for the registration page. You fill out the registration page, and we will email you the credentials to get into the room on Tuesday. All right, so if you do not get the credentials in your email, please check your spam folder. Again, Hit and Run Candlesticks, Rick Sadler, Road to Wealth Workshop, Tuesday, September 23rd, all day. All right. All right, let's take a look at what happened here today. Nice little pop into the close here. Wow, that's nice. I'll take it. I did not expect that. Usually they like to pin it, all right, into the end of the day. Looks like they're going after a new all-time high before the day is out. We've got 5 minutes left. All right, let's start off with SPY. Let's go to the daily chart. Okay. Not quite a new all-time high yet. They may dig it out in the next 5 minutes or 4 minutes, okay? Looking like, well, we got a lower low because that low was 660.27. That low was 660.37. Wait, 660.27, 660.37. We got a higher low. So far we got an inside day. Okay, so markets are bullish. Still in an uptrend. We're in the channel here. Things are getting pinched off right now, okay? Bullish, still in an uptrend on SPY. What else we got? QQQ. QQQ, new all-time high for QQQ. Bullish, still in an uptrend. FNGU, new all-time high. FNGU, bullish, and still in an uptrend. IWM. New all-time high for IWM. Bullish and still in an uptrend. Diamond Dow. Inside day for Diamond. The low is 460.06. The low is 460.87. 460.06. Wait, 460.66. 460.87. Looking like an inside day for Diamond Dow and SPY. Okay, lower highs, higher lows, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMAs. Both of them bullish and still in an uptrend. Let's go back to SPY. Let's take a peek at the 2-hour chart. We have a 2-hour uptrend coming into the close. Okay, so my favorite trade, in case you don't know it, is 10-minute uptrend over VWAP inside of a 2-hour uptrend that resides inside of a daily uptrend, inside the weekly uptrend, inside the monthly uptrend. I got all those bigger time frames supporting my little 10-minute uptrend. All right, that's my favorite trade, 10-minute uptrend. Okay, I'm not opposed to trading a 5-minute uptrend. I'm just saying that that's my favorite. The 10-minute trade typically lasts a little bit longer. Matter of fact, the 15 lasts a little bit longer than the 10 sometimes. All right, so there's SPY on the 2-hour chart. 2-hour uptrend coming into the close. 10-minute uptrend coming into the close. We'll look for continuation of that on Monday. All right, and what else do we got here? QQQ. Let's take a peek at QQQ. 10-minute uptrend coming into the close. All right. And a 2-hour chart, 2-hour uptrend coming into the close on QQQ. Take a look at our technicals. Now, before we do that, let's go ahead and look at GLD. So GLD today got a higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17. Top of quadrant 4, that's bullish and still in an uptrend. SLV. Higher low, higher high, closing is at a new all-time high. New all-time high for SLV. Okay, bullish, still in an uptrend. Okay, what did I say yesterday or day before? Look for it to bounce off of minor support, okay, and make a higher high. Okay, when I was talking about that lesson yesterday in the lesson, talking about minor support, major support, this is the price action I like. When price moves up, pulls back to minor support, and then rips and makes a new higher high. Okay, that's my favorite. All right, those are those stocks I like to find. All right, so you can see here, price goes up, makes a high, pulls back, hits the minor support right up. Get the drawing tools out. Okay, hits the minor support right in through here. Okay, and rips and makes a new higher high. That's exactly what happened right there. All right, so there's silver. Let's take a look at USO. Lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish cross, under the 17 EMA, still in an uptrend but not moving up. All right, just neutral, not in the lower third, not in the upper third, so just neutral. It has a habit of moving up and giving it up, so that's just neutral. Okay, so there's price action for USO. UNG lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. Again, still bearish down here in the bottom, near the bottom of quadrant 1. Okay, yet to make a higher high, so it's still in a downtrend. Bottom of quadrant 1, it's in the lower third, so that's bearish down there. Okay, so there's UNG. Let's take a look at our technicals. All right, first technical, T2101. We are in the reversal zone or the change zone down here at the bottom of T2101. All the way, this is the lowest it's been since the April rally. This is the lowest it's ever been. Market breadth, meaning a lot less participation than what we had before. Okay, so that would be all the wind in our sails, market breadth. Okay, spelled a little bit different with a D. All right, so not breath, but breath. All right, sounds the same though. T2101, again, the lowest it's been since the April rally. All right, the April reversal. All right, that's where the whole rally started on April 1st. All right, so there's T2101. Losing more and more participation every day. T2102, we came out of the buy zone. I thought we would be in the overbought zone yesterday. Not quite. Instead, we spent our day stopping off in the buyer's chop zone for some coffee and donuts, then winding up eating lunch down here in the seller's chop zone, only to meander back and forth across the midpoint until the end of day, making a lower low. Here's the low. We made a lower low and made some lower highs right through here. Okay, T2122. Change could be coming. We'll see. T2123. Not a new all-time high, just a flat consolidation over the top. Okay, we are consolidating over prior consolidation. Okay, you can see right. Try it one more time. Let's try something a little thinner. Okay, so we got consolidation right through here. All right, for the most part, most of these candles are down here. And then we got consolidation right up here. Okay, so that's consolidation over prior consolidation. That's bullish right there. We're up over the rising 200 SMA. That's also bullish. If we look, we are holding the higher ground. That is bullish. Price action did not produce Well, they did. All right, just by a penny. I'm going to say a penny. What's that low? Oh, these numbers are so big. 641,003. 641,004. So that's a lower low. All right, so they dug out a lower low. All right, so now they've got a 15-minute downtrend in T2123 by making a lower low right here. Not much though, okay? Just a penny. All right, still holding that higher ground. T2123, 3 bars, still holding the higher ground up top. Here, it's top of quadrant 4, that's bullish, up over the rising 200 SMA, and still in an uptrend, okay? They have not taken out any lows below the 17 EMA. They're way back here. FNGU gaps up. Bears fail to fill the gap all day. We're bullish all day long. Okay, FNGU gaps up, spending most of the time over the VWAP and over the 17 EMA, just a melting up. If we look at this price action, it is above the prior day's consolidation. Okay, so here's our consolidation for the day before. Take that off. Here we go. All right, and we'll circle out prior day's consolidation. You can see price action over prior. That's bullish. Up over the rising 200 SMA. That's bullish. Again, making a new all-time high for FNGU today. So well done on FNGU. Let's take a look at the markets. All right, on how I made what I made. All right, had a pretty good day today. Made $6 on QuantumScape. All right, not a big gainer, or for me, not a great trade for me, but for others it was. Okay, bought right here on the breakout. All right, did not buy the dip, but I did sell into strength right up here on QuantumScape, only to ink out $6. Okay, up here made $153 on some QQQ calls right there. Okay, again buying. Day was bullish, so I bought the lows of the option candles and sold into the strength, which would be price rallying up over my cost basis right here. Okay, so here's price action. This is a 3-minute chart. You can see here's my cost basis, price rallies up, and I got a grid of sell orders for price to run into, thereby capturing 153 in profits there. Minus $178 in losses, all right, on these puts. All right, had some puts in preparation for that change in market structure due to the T2101, and bought some options here and tried to sell higher. Instead, we just melted lower with the puts, lost $178 on those. 449 on some QQQ calls. Again, bought the lows of the candles. We're bullish, all right, with that 10-minute uptrend. All right, I bought the dip. Okay, I'm going to continue buying the dip as long as we're going to remain bullish. Okay, I bought the dip and sold into the strength of the option candle. So as price came down, I bought the dip and sold into strength as price rallied up high, reloaded and sold into strength as price rallied up high. Again, made 449 on those. 587 on some 7 days till expiration 670 calls. Again, we're bullish, so I'm buying the dips, buying the lows of those option candles, okay, bidding for them down here, a grid, a net of buy orders underneath, and then when price rallies back up, I sell into strength. Okay, do this day after day after day, same thing. Price action here, 665 calls, 3 days till expiration. I actually wanted to save these for tomorrow, but we had a rip rally, all right here into the final hour. And I said, what the heck, you know, tomorrow's not promised, Monday's not promised, might as well take it while I got it. So price rallied up, and I sold off into strength, reloaded, sold off into strength, reloaded, And guess what? Sold off into strength one more time. So, I mean, that's my job. I mean, to trade the uptrends, all right? Not to pick tops and bottoms, but to trade those trends up. So on these trends, I like to get involved by picking off the lows of those option candle lows and selling into strength as price rallies higher and higher, making little, you can see right here, higher low, little higher low, little higher high right there. Okay, see right there, little higher high there, pull back, well, consolidate over, higher high, and then you can see the option candle comes down, but price does not. All right, so Daddy didn't raise any fools, so I bought the dip. All right, again, only to sell into strength one more time. Okay, so that's it for SPY right there. I'll leave that up there for tomorrow. I'm going to move this down because I really don't want to pay that much. Move it down to 35. I'll pay 35 for them. Okay, so there's SPY. Those were 3 days till expiration, 665 calls. Made 6,400 right here on some 663 calls. Again, buying the dips and selling into strength. Okay, there's 0 DTE, and I don't like holding 0 DTE after 3 p.m. You can see 257. I said that's enough. I don't really need to take on that much risk because these could very easily, as nicely as they went up, they could roll over as well. So I just closed those out with gains, obviously 6,400, and started trading the 3 DTEs. 11K on these September 665 calls. Again, buying the dip, selling into strength, buying the dip, selling the strength, buying the dip, selling the strength. Again, there's another one, okay, that I really don't want to be holding into the close because it very well could go to 0. You can see it's almost at 0 now. It is a 0 DTE, so don't really want to hold it. I'll just take the juice out of it on these rallies with the price action bounces up there. QQQ 604 calls, 1,800 on those. Again, bought the dips of these candles. You can see them buying the lows. All right, and then I sold on a pop up right there. After that, I didn't want anything else left to do with it. All right, even though it rallied up over here, you can see not much left in that one. Okay, so that's my day for today. That's 19K. All right, not a bad day for 90K. Okay, so that's it. All right, QQQ 600. So much for Max Payne. We did hit Max Payne. All right, we did touch Max Payne earlier today. Let's see, it was 662, and I know we got around 661. Okay, for SPY. Yeah, we even got down to 660.50. It was 662. We hit Max Payne, did the damage, and then rallied up, consolidated, and ripped higher. So SPY. Nice rip rocket into the close right there. That was nice. QQQ's got 600. Let's check those out. Judy says 600. Yeah. Oh, yes. At the end of the day, yes, they did. Right there. 600 for the QQQ. All right. So we're looking forward. Still, markets are still bullish. So I'm looking for more bullishness on Monday. I don't know what happens on Tuesday. Maybe it's turnaround Tuesday. I don't know. But so far, the markets are all still bullish. All right. Everything is still looking good. Losing some market participation, and you can see that show up in the breadth. But all in all, price continues to consolidate over prior consolidation and make new higher highs. I've not seen any exhaustion candle. Maybe that's coming on Monday. We'll see what happens. All right. Robert says he owns some NBIS and gold calls. Well, gold, silver made a new all-time high. Gold is doing well. Nice 10-minute uptrend right there. Okay, nice 10-minute uptrend. This is your day today on gold. Nice 10-minute uptrend right there. Almost in it all day long. That almost looks like the measured move, really. Okay. I'll probably gap up tomorrow, get you up there a little bit higher. I like the gold. That's good. NBIS. And on the daily chart, let's take a look at that one. Gap up and holding the higher ground up here and ripping back into. Be careful on this one. You got sellers right here before. Okay, this is looking good. All right, that's nice. Rocket up there. All right, so be careful on that one. You got sellers that showed up here before. I don't know. That was really nice move. Went from 64 clear up to $100. All right, for September. That was a nice September. That was nice, Robert. All right, traders, that's it for me. All right, I'll see everybody on Monday. Let's do it again on Monday. Thank you, everyone.